Hello and welcome back everyone to Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black, and for this episode of Far Cry 3, I've set myself a challenge. I'm still attempting my stealth perfection for what may very well end up my final episode. However, I'm keeping to the rules I set for myself apparently midway through this series, in that it's knife or nothing. Which is to say, if things go south, I am kicking off the stealth, and I am killing it loud. Which is why I've spec'd myself with a very aggressive loadout. A 1911, a U-100. I'm keeping the sniper rifle, because I have to maintain some amount of class. And finally, a grenade launcher. I forget the specific name for this one. So, let's see, where exactly am I headed next? That is North Krige Crest, which is yonder. Aha, I can see the smoke from here. So, let's climb on up, or slide around, as the case is. And I need to find a car. Hello, thank you, my good man. Oi, oi. Stop, stop, stop. Official series business. I need to commandeer your vehicle. But please, sir, I need to commandeer your vehicle. Get out, damn it. There we are. Thank you. See ya. I appreciate your little safari truck here. Alright, let's go. So, let's see. I think that one is actually on the other side of the mountains. And again, I'm not entirely sure when I set myself the very stringent rules of only knife takedowns as a stealth perfection, as I think it's probably much more fair to say that, you know, stealth is when no one knows of your presence. I think it's safe to say. It's not a melee thing. For some reason, though, when it comes to my playing this game, my mind disagrees. Hi, gents. How's it going? I have urge. You are still there? Hi. Oh. Oh my. You should run. I love that one piece that just fell from nowhere. Yeah, you should run. I'm running too. Because our Jeep is now. You should really run faster. You should stop stopping. Because the fire is catching up to you. Sir? Sir! Fire, yeah! I'm the fire starter. The twisted fire starter. I make that reference far too much. I wonder if anyone actually gets it. Because it's kind of an old song. I think that is actually my next destination. In the distance. Whoa! No!
What a joke.
Where am I? Who are these people? Why is there a gun in my hand? Why am I covered in blood? What happened? Oh, that's right, I'm Jason Brody, and I'm a serial killer now! Alright, I can live with that. Whoa. I heard something. What is... Whoa. I see fire, and I didn't start it. I'm not the twisted fire starter this time. Oh. You guys had yourself a little crashy course. Whoa. Oh. Alright, that was not me. I cannot claim any responsibility for that. I can, however, claim responsibility for this. Could you, I can only creepy grin for so long. Thank you. So, what's the damage? Ah, see, there's your problem. Y'all done jacked up your coax, your motor, y'all done it, it's gonna cost you about $500. You can just tow it on down to the shop. My cousin down there, he'll catch y'all a nice deal. And, what was I talking about? I'm sorry. Oh, no! Why did you slide? Jason? Son, we gotta talk. One of these days. Oh, that's a lot of them. And they're all really close together. Well, that's fantastic. When did I put on a Mickey voice? Alright, so they're all concentrated like right there. It's a shame I wasn't a little closer, otherwise I'd have just chucked a grenade right into the middle of them. Oh, hi there. I see you, Sentry Man. So, I think I may have gotten lucky, though, when it comes to marking them, because I think that's almost everyone, if not everyone. So, can I... I'm considering whether I could either slide down to one of these areas. That's a really steep incline, though. It might kill me. Or perhaps wingsuit over there without them seeing me. Okay, alright. I'm going to try the wingsuit idea. I don't know how successful it'll end up. I'll try it anyway, though. Let's hope I remember the keys for it. Alright, sprint and wingsuit. Alright, go, go, go. And shoot now. Excellent. There we are. Little aerial insertion. I can work with this. So, what the... Did he just get on the wingsuit again while running? Oh, Jason. You're still a kid at heart. And that's okay. You know what, Jason? That means you're healing. It means there's still some part of your inner child left after all of this madness and violence. And that's a good thing. I think so, anyway. Either that, or you're further descending into madness. Somehow you've completely disconnected from reality. And this is all a game. It's almost like it is or something. And I think I've mentioned this in previous episodes. That was the thing that a lot of people missed with this game. And the writers have since clarified it. So it's not just my own speculation that a lot of this game is very meta in the structure of its narrative. It's meant to make ridiculous amounts of fun of the usual... Did you just hear me hopping?
Yep. Made up my mind.
I'm not sure what he heard. I heard some... No.
Holy crap!
Holy crap, what? What the... What did you... What did you hear? What did you see? I'm standing on dirt! How did... Alright, fine. You wanna go like that? We'll go like that.
Make this easy on yourself, Snow White, and turn yourself in!
Okay. Alright. Let's do that! How's it going? Who's next? I know y'all wanna play. Let's play. No alarm for you. Where's the other alarm? Right there? Oh, conveniently next to you! And you! And you! Who's left? Anyone? Oh, you're left. How's it going? Know who's left? You guys. Know who's right? Me. Because I have the might. With the Ultimax behind me. Whoa, that's a lot of fire. How's it going? Alright, let's retreat into the hills. Little boys should watch out for grenades. Gotcha. How are you alive? Catch it. Catch it with your teeth. Oh my. Oh my. I've seen some things. There. Ah. Shot a little far. Come on, I know y'all want to play a little more. Alright, I'm not gonna waste any more grenades. I want to save those for any vehicles that show up. So... Come on. Retreating, are we? No, that cannot stand. Come on, I know you're gonna die one of these times. Still fairly full on ammunition. Alright, you're trying to find an alarm panel is what you're doing. Which means, I need to dissuade you from that course of action! Shot through the heart! Or in this case, stab through the heart! And I'm to blame. You give Mercs a bad name. Alright, you're friendlies. So, I think I've yet to run out the clock on this episode. So, that means this is, in fact, the conclusionary episode of my Far Cry 3 Camp Raid series. And like a stubborn kid from the farm, I have seen this series through to the very end. Something that when I first started it, I didn't quite realize the foolishness of, as this is a very long series and a kind of involved endeavor. And yet, I have enjoyed it. And I think it's only fitting that I should end it in a crappy little car like this, not unlike one I used to drive. So I need to, I think, head straight, cut around, and then follow the main road. So looks like we've got a fairly lengthy drive ahead of us. Which means I can get all sappy and thankful for all of you who've watched the entirety of this series. And all of that you've all come to expect from my conclusionary episodes from long series. And while this doesn't necessarily carry the same sort of, like, anchoring emotional weight as, say, the Stalker series, which I also somewhat recently concluded, it's still one that, as I mentioned, I've had my fun with, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed, and was at one time, not current, however, at a time, one of the flagship series on the channel. However, it's also because I was recording it kind of constantly for a while. And it's also kind of what's the term I'm looking for? A cross-section of the quality of my commentary and of my computer, as early episodes in this series were, I recognize, I know they were very, like, low frame rates. They were not very high FPS. Or were they? No, I can't quite remember now. I think I actually started this right after I acquired my new computer. So never mind, rescind what I just said. My memory is a little hazy when it comes to that. I think I may have attempted this with my old computer and then scrapped the results because it was so low FPS. So maybe my memory isn't quite as hazy as I'm thinking. It's just what I've uploaded I can't quite recall. Anyway, what all of that is to say is that I thank any of you who have watched, not even all of it, just some of this, or even just this episode. If this is your first encounter with my crazy self, and also if you're confused as to why I'm still introducing myself as Mr. Black for these episodes, it's because this is kind of a coherent series of sorts, and so it's one of the last that I'll continue to use the old name for until I completely retire it in lieu of my new screen name. Which is also part of why I wanted to conclude this series, as it's one of the last ones remaining using the old name that I wanted to complete prior to Vi and I heading out on our very much needed vacation soon. Oh, I'm a little closer than I thought. Alright, so let's see. I just very much appreciate anyone who has found this series entertaining enough to either keep up with or appreciate whenever it shows up on the channel, which I know is very intermittent across the, I think, over a year that I've run it on the channel. And I am glad that I featured this game, as it is one of my favorite games to return to now and again for just sheer madness and action. I know a lot of people have asked for me to conduct a full Let's Play of it. Again, I may at some point in the future. I know I've addressed this a couple of times in this series, however, the last time I did was a while ago. And I've already completed this game. I know its twists, I know its secrets, I already... like, the shock value simply won't affect me. Although, I may at least one day return to it once my recollection of it has faded, such that I may, actually forget some of those things, and I may appreciate it somewhat anew again. And again, I maintain that Vas Montenegro is one of the most well-conceived and well-acted villains in the last decade of gaming. Don't see me. Don't look this way. Don't look this way. Michael Mondo did an amazing job, and it's cool to see that he's actually seen a somewhat more successful step in his acting career since this game. I can't say whether or not this game had anything to do with it, although I know at least within the gaming community it very well may, in terms of his reception and people appreciating him and noticing his name. In terms of, I think if I recall correctly, he was either on Breaking Bad or on the spin-off show from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. One of those, I know he's playing a character in that, and either of those are very, very mainstream shows. So it's really cool to see that people... Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that! Well, now I gotta live with that. People so involved in acting within... games. Gotcha. Got it. Excellent. Can see their careers move forward. Like the progress of this raid. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Will him with me, Riggs! Uh-oh. Did anyone see that? Okay, it was just him choking on his own stab wound that I heard. It wasn't anybody going, huh? Alright. Which means I'm alright. Assuming no one spots that guy and no one looks through the window and spots him, which means I need to move quickly. Alright. Will you hear that? No. Okay. I actually have a chance of accomplishing this one. Come on. I don't want anyone to look through the window and see that guy, and I'm worried they will. Come on, come on, come on. Turn him around, turn him around, turn him around. Yes, that turned him around. Alright, it's time to move. Time to move. Let's do this. You're mine. Gotcha. Now for you two. How's it going, gentlemen? Nope. Nope, nope. Ha! And that isn't it? Oh no. Who's left? Who's left? There are corpses everywhere. Who the hell is left? I thought that was it! What? There! Ah! Alright! I'm actually very excited about that, because that means I've concluded my Camp Raid series, which kind of also was a stealth series. Yeah! A little target practice for celebration. With yet another stealth perfection run. I am incredibly excited about that. And that was weird too, because I was halfway running through it and I was concentrating, and yet at the same time, I was also concentrating on commentary of completely unrelated sorts. So I was kind of like on autopilot. And I was just like noticing myself midway through that run, just like, this is going well. I should just keep doing what I'm doing and not overthink it and screw it up, and lo and behold, it actually worked! Alright! So, let's head up into the tower for a nice scenic vista for our conclusion. Again, I cannot thank all of you who have watched and enjoyed this series enough for sticking through it as long as I know many of you have. Oh, that is a gorgeous view. I'm glad I did this. Because I've enjoyed this, and once, not if, I do plan to, so once I acquire Far Cry 4, I may do something similar. I'm not sure I'll conduct a full-on Let's Play for it. I've really enjoyed the kind of free-form nature of just kind of having fun and massacring pirates and mercenaries across all of the camps. And so, at some point, when I can actually afford it, or if it's ever gifted to me, do not take that as a pressure for anyone to do so. I'm just mentioning if it ever happens. Because I don't expect it to. I never want to come off as one of those YouTubers that just expects things to get given to them, because I'm on the YouTube. I'm not that guy, and I can't stand those who are. So please don't mistake any of that for that kind of... I regret mentioning it even at this point. So anyway, I hope you all understand what I just meant. And again, thank you all for sticking with this series. I've had a lot of fun with it. I know I've said that a lot of times. It's just something that I wanted to make very clear. So this concludes my Far Cry 3 Raids series. I may still return to this on some streams just for the sheer fun of all the madness and the violence, which is always kind of a release, some stress relief and catharsis, as I have, again, as I mentioned, used it throughout the entire duration of this series. So, thank you all for watching here at Let's Press. I'm Mr. Black, and as always, I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed. Those aren't dogs. Those are Tasmanian tigers. Those things are extinct. What the hell?